The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. 918.
You shouldn't go anywhere, all you people who are
They're
leaving.
not. No, that's not all of
Stay
them.
your
That's
ass
a
here.
couple. Some of Paul Odo's folks have rolled through in some previous broadcasts. We welcome you to that. If you're watching on Twitch or as we live stream, we encourage you to, just to be participatory. Talk to each other. Want to point out a couple of shows coming up. June 6th, we're all going to be at the Houston Improv. It's a big night. It's a Sunday night at the Houston Improv. All four of us will be there, including Jerry Wayne Longmire. So really all five of us will be there. The entire crew. That's one show only. You can get tickets right now. ImprovHouston.com. That's it.
I always get that guy. I can
Actually,
never
I think
remember.
They've actually bought them all now.
I think it's improvtx.com now.
I think it's all of them.
Yeah.
Just Google the Houston Improv. But those tickets are
I
for
would
sale
always
now.
get that fucked up.
June 6th.
And
the day I almost lost my virginity.
is it? Oh, is it going to be?
Remember that?
Are we going to celebrate?
No, we're not.
Okay. and then
Six.
on the 20th of
That's
May.
every day.
On the
Could have been
20th of
every day.
On the 20th of May, you can join Jerry Wayne Longmire at Three Doors down in Galveston.
Kryptonite.
Yes, if he goes crazy,
He's
don't
on the
call
threes
him
and fours
Superman.
at the 3 doors
Also,
down.
another Tutson interruption, May 20th.
And a Tutson interruption on the 20th also.
Step on his Galveston
That's
gig.
no, because we got a lot of fans down on the southern side of Houston, and
Okay,
so
cool.
both of them.
I can almost guarantee neither of your fans will cross over. I
That's
think people
Oh,
go see you are not
yeah.
going to go see
But
you.
Did you not
that's
see
not-
the yoga video?
That's literally
Yeah.
what happened.
And we also, I don't know if you know this, they do this thing called the Whiskey Brothers together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know here. it
Also, I
all-
don't know if you noticed, I have no black fans. So, I mean,
You and
no
me
way, I
both,
can't.
brother.
No, that don't look right, dummy. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my
You and me both.
He
You
tried
and
to
me both.
understand.
Don't touch hands. Now
No,
you're-
but we don't pound it at you. Like, yeah, I
now
know,
you gotta-
Trey.
you
What
gotta,
the fuck?
You got to
Like-
listen to Metal on the way home.
Fuck, I
He
can't-
did that shit.
no.
No, that was like, remember Fallen?
I'm wearing an Ice Cube shirt today.
I don't care. You remember the demon in Fallen?
Azazel.
Azazel.
Yeah.
And every time he'd just whistle that Rolling Stone song and touch you, and then you'd become him.
Oh, wow.
It was Denzel Washington and
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
What is this?
John Goodman.
It's a movie.
Movie called Fallen.
You don't
It's
remember this?
amazing.
Oh, yes. I do
Yeah,
remember that.
and John Goodman.
I've seen
Anyway,
this. Damn, that sounds
they're-
like a watch.
Oh, bro, it's a dark.
What's it
cop-
called?
It's a
It's
Fallen.
called Fallen.
And there's a
Oh,
demon,
that
and he
sounds like a
whistles. He
fucking-
kills people. He whistles.
But
time
the
is
demon
on
is
my side.
transferred by touch.
By touch. So
if
point
he just
is-
walks up and touches somebody, he
I
touches
got
the
you.
next
You got to
person.
leave here and whistle. Time is on my side.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, I got to know that
Well,
song.
that was a long way to go for that reference.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
We
Wow.
got there.
appreciate
Why don't you
it.
sink another race? No.
So here's the thing, Trey. The last episode, you were joking about the fact that I needed to be here for my daughter to grow up.
Yeah, I don't know that he was
I-
joking. Pull that Suntory over and pour around.
I have health insurance for the first time in
Whoa.
17 years. So last week, I went to the doctor. I was like, "Yo, I'm peeing in a cup. Take 4 vials of blood. Just check under the hood. Check everything. Check my testosterone levels. Check all of it." And I've been sitting for 4 days, just waiting. Just like. And you know when you're waiting, you're just like, man, how bad this could be. And like I called Thursday, y'all got him yet? No.
Do
Yeah,
I have
Friday,
knee
got him yet?
cancer?
No.
What's going on?
Yeah, like what the fuck is going on? And then I just went there today, and I was like, do y'all have?
You fucking
my
showed up
result?
like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, yo? And then they were like, oh yeah, we got him in this morning, and I go, all right, man, lay it on me, and
Fuck.
You showed up like you went in for a test you didn't study for.
the
Did
doc,
they hand them to you face down?
the doc goes, Mr. Damaris, everything came back normal. I was like, bitch, did you even look? Did you even look? Like, are you serious? And I was like, keep in mind, I haven't had any blood work done since I got stabbed 14 years ago, all right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I know what's been in here. Since I was like, bitch, I was on shrooms last weekend. You know what I mean? Like, I know what's been in here in 14 years. It's like, did you? Like, I want to go get a second opinion, but then she printed it all out.
I'm healthy. I need a second opinion. Fuck this. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's too American.
She printed it all out, and I was able to look at each category and like Google
good.
like what normal levels of everything is, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I'm black and over 40. My blood pressure's not high. She was like, well, it's high normal, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, you should just watch what you're doing from this page forward. But yeah, it's no cause for concern right now. And I went home and I looked in the mirror and I honestly was disappointed with myself.
You thought you'd done more damage, or you mad that you're not?
Oh my God.
I thought I had done more damage. I thought
What would have been? What would have come back that you would have been?
Your
what-
body is a resilient motherfucker.
His body is a blunderland. Listen to me.
they
This
had
is-
me
you-
pee in a cup and it looked like this.
I know.
and
It looked like rust water.
This
Listen,
is
Yeah.
crazy.
So here's my question.
you can't
what,
even die black.
What level?
Like, damn. Like, how the fuck? This motherfucker can't even die black. It's like,
Scurvy? How the fuck did I get
why
scurvy?
the fuck did I get?
It's gonna be slightly later than he expected.
Yeah,
so
right.
yeah.
Yeah, he like, this is fucking crazy.
So no. So here's my question. What
Can't
le-
even
what
die
re- what return would have come back that would have made you think, yeah, about right.
So you know,
I know how
there's-
sometimes I brought a rental back, and I'm like, if they get me for less than $400, it's
Well, okay, look.
I know what
you know,
I did.
There's hepatitis A, there's hepatitis B, whatever, and C. Like, but there's also an alcoholic hepatitis where you like just fucked up there. And when I saw that color P, I was like, she gonna tell me I got alcoholic hepatitis. I was expecting liver bad. They tested my thyroid. I was expecting that to be bad. I was like, maybe that's why I'm fat. No, I'm just lazy.
You don't get to blame this on anything.
Dude, I had them check my testosterone levels. I'm
Is
like,
it
maybe that's
high?
why I'm fat. No, like low T is like under 300. I'm at 535.
Jesus.
Oh.
So
Get your
it's
lazy ass in the
yeah,
gym.
I'm just a lazy fucking Whataburger eating bastard.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I am.
Well, it could be the 3-stack tiered Mexican
Yeah.
pizza casserole.
or this
you're building.
podcast.
That didn't do
maybe.
anything to him. He's eating Mexican pizzas 3 at a time, and that didn't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
In fact, this is all the fat you are.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. Like when people say black don't crack, motherfucker, I've tried to crack it.
Jesus.
I have been hitting it with a sledgehammer.
Literally, he's been getting hammered, and he can't crack it.
Yeah, it's yeah, dude, nobody more surprised by that than me. Like I'm standing there. She goes, "Oh yeah, the results came back this morning," and I looked over at a chair. I was like, maybe I should sit down. Like I did.
Do I need to sit down for this?
Welcome aboard, Doyen. I just want to point that out.
I've been alive for 42 years. I smoked cigarettes for 26 of them, and nothing.
You good?
Nothing.
We're grown up. We're grown up. This is a. It's okay to be a little. I bought a hot glue gun, bro.
Hey.
Sometimes it just happens. I needed to.
Just be
Stop.
careful.
You don't know.
Because when that shit hit us, it hit us. You just have an aneurysm at a Whataburger. And they be like, what happened to Sam? All
Not
that
at a
shit caught up
Whataburger.
with it.
Walk into the car, you
Yes.
just fall down.
They catch up with
That's
you
what
all
black
at
people do.
once.
I'll fix
You
it.
hit
I
me,
got a hot glue
Elizabeth?
gun. I don't give a fuck. You don't even understand.
Slave's gonna be like, you can't die. You still owe me money.
No, that's,
Oh, wow.
straight up. I know what I'm doing.
Actually, I think I'm square now.
Well, look. And if not, I won't put you all the way back together. I'll hold an arm hostage.
Great.
I know what I'm doing. I'll wait 5 minutes. I put together 2 picture frames, 2 pairs of
great.
shoes, a pot of spaghetti, and the neighbor's cat. I
This
don't give a
thumb gonna
fuck.
cost you $500.
Great.
Yeah.
Learning some valuable nigga lessons
With-
right now.
No, him.
Oh,
Him. The worst part is you're learning from him. I have nothing to add.
Just sitting there like, oh, this is great. All right.
You know, many decades ago, 20 years ago maybe, I went to a doctor. I had to go get my balls checked, right? Because I had one ball that got bigger than the other. I thought, oh God, here we go.
That happens.
Here we go.
But like drastically, like
it was just
like
bigger.
noticeably,
It was
like
just
one was
bigger.
like a ping pong ball, one was like a punching balloon.
I've got that right now.
yeah. So
Okay,
I
just-
guess you are white.
I don't give
okay.
a fuck about my
So-
balls.
Well, hang on. I mean, every girl's got one boob bigger than the other.
If my nuts is, it's
Well,
just
I was
nuts.
just
Nothing
concerned.
symmetrical.
So I had insurance at the time, and I was like, okay. And I picked the doctor. Guess what? I picked his name was Cockburn. I said, that's
You went to a
urologist named Cockburn. I'm going to that fucking
You
guy.
did not.
I swear to God, that's why I picked him.
On purpose.
Cockburn.
No,
because
that's-
Cockburn.
Fuck it.
In
Yeah.
Pasadena?
Motherfucker,
No,
if
he
your
was at
last
the
name
medical
is
center.
Cockburn,
That's-
you become a
I'm your-
porn
uh,
star or a
yeah.
carpenter or you don't become a doctor.
A
I'm not
urologist?
going.
Yeah, you can't be pilot plane crash. That's Captain Plane Crash. Just I didn't get it. My parents just gave it to me.
There's no OBGYN named Pussy Fingers.
If
That's
This is Captain Lost at
you
Sea.
doing?
And
There's
no-
Doctor, smell these.
Dr. Arm in your butthole. There's no.
That's not a fucking thing. Doctor, smell these.
No.
Yeah.
There's no.
but, and so he felt the one bigger ball, and he was like, said the same
He was
thing.
our guy who's so sad that he can't be here on the show. He was
Yeah.
our guest on the last podcast.
Yeah.
Bob Bigger
So
Ball.
he fills the ball. I got the old man squeezing my balls. And he did the same thing. Oh, yeah, that's normal. You're just going to have one ball bigger than the other rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well.
How long did you let him feel them? Because I don't mind. You're a doctor. You can touch these nuts. Like I don't. I'm not.
Also, no, here's the thing: they're not doing
They
it
don't
until you
fondle.
say. They don't do it till you say
What are
time.
you talking about?
I mean,
that's all I've ever dealt with.
No, I understand.
Tell me, it's like getting cheese at an Italian restaurant. Tell me when to stop. Keep going, Doc. I don't give a fuck. It's balls, baby.
Your fresh pepper. Like
cheese at an Italian restaurant.
When they come over
You know, the balls smell the same
That's
thing,
my
too.
balls.
They
That's
smell
right.
the same.
I only choose female doctors in case you need to feel my balls or put a finger in my butt. Like it's just it's a. Aye, man.
but no, if you're
I'm
you don't get you don't.
No, I don't want that because I don't want a woman knowing what's going if it's bad.
I pervert my shit. I'm not gonna lie. I try to draw my dick up as small as possible. And they go, show it. If it's a woman, I go, it grows. I'll let her know.
There's no.
What?
Honestly,
I jump in a pool before I go see the
It
doctor.
gets bigger.
Do you want to know the real reason why I actually choose female doctors is because
Just wear shorts.
bedside manner. All right, it's just I grew up with my dad and I grew up with my mom and my sisters. If something's wrong with my mom and my sisters, they fix it. If something's wrong and I tell my dad, it's walking off your pussy.
True.
And so it's just if I'm gonna get bad news, I would much prefer a female coming in. Hey, Mr. Damaris, we taking him. We like rather some dude walking in like, oh yeah, motherfucker, you got cancer. So here's what we got. Here's what we gonna give you. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Like, I want somebody that sound like they care.
yeah.
And
Dr.
so
Cockburn.
It's not the guy.
Dr.
He was the
Cockburn,
guy.
he's
He
like,
was nice.
he's
nice.
no, fuck that. He's
You
a
know,
boy.
but-
He is a boy named Sue. He didn't give a
Wait.
fuck about nothing.
But there's a particular woman you want and don't want. Like you want somebody young that still got hope and care there.
No.
Like I don't want some 68-year-old white lady.
No, I want
giving me
that-
no fucking.
I
Maybe
want the
you
older one-
Lebanesian,
Okay.
but I don't motherfucking want.
I don't racist.
What?
How? I said
It
it
sounded-
sounds. It's
Okay,
fine.
I just
Yeah.
called you what you was.
Yeah.
I didn't call you Mediterranean food. I didn't call you. What's that shit?
I'm just saying that when you
I
get
didn't call you halal or whatever the fuck y'all eat. What do y'all eat?
Hey, hummus.
Hey, hummus. Shut the fuck up, hummus.
JP, listen,
Yeah.
when you're at a certain age,
Goat
all
taco.
you have left is hope and care. Like that's all you have left is love
Oh,
to give
yeah.
something else. You've given up on yourself a long time ago.
In your 80s.
Whatever. Okay, so
You know what I mean?
Sure. Then I want her to be
said
80.
specific.
Then I want her to be 80.
60-something-year-old
Okay, then I want her
white.
to be 80.
You want her 80.
or,
Yeah.
or
you
a
want
60
to.
year old
white?
that's 80. You know what I mean? That's
you
what
say white?
I want a 60-year-old who's old for her age.
You say white for your doctor?
Like, well,
Absolutely not. Indian or Asian?
No.
Or
yeah,
don't touch
100%.
me.
I don't want
Indian or Asian.
Yeah.
But I specifically showed Indian female. Okay, Mr. Damaris, what I'm going to need you to do
Turn
is
your penis on and off again.
Dude,
don't
but
want
that accent, because of
went to
customer
customer
support, it
support.
sounds like it wants to help.
It
It
is.
sounds like it genuinely wants to help.
So my general practitioner is an Indian woman, and she
Thank you.
is absolutely. I wouldn't trade her for anything.
You also don't want one.
Thank you.
Too,
Jesus
you don't
Christ.
want too black of a doctor. You can
Too
sit back and be
black?
like, hey, bro, this shit rough, man. Yeah, you might want to sit down for this. So, you know, your liver, we got to
All right.
take that motherfucker.
One of the
player.
doctors on my
Come on.
insurance was
Okay,
closer
they're
to
asking
me.
now, who lives the longest?
Come on,
Me-
player.
Hang
Sit
on,
down.
they want to know who lives the longest. Sam Slater, Trey.
Okay,
Hey,
so
wait a
Trey,
minute.
No,
hang
I'm
on.
kidding.
I'm
You're
not
in there.
even-
You're in
I
there
can't-
too.
I shouldn't
You're
be
there
in
too.
this.
They did
Trey's the
Rob's in
cheating
there.
answer because he's the youngest, but I just with the way he drives, apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He's received awards for that.
That's award-winning driving.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just that he's got the highest odds, and I don't know. I like
I
to
think
bet
I-
on the underdog.
I think I'm gonna make it past.
I'm
all
opening
y'all.
all y'all's funerals.
my money's on Slade Ham.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm a high
He going to live the longest?
I got all.
Yeah,
y'all.
he don't got the strength to kill himself. he don't. He's actually too weak to die before us.
I think me and Rob are running neck and neck towards the finish line.
I'm doing all y'all's eulogies, motherfucker.
He was actually strong enough. There'd be no podcast.
Me and Rob is just one of us gonna win
kill
by
the three
a
of you
nose.
first.
If we do it, we'll just hang a gas station hat on this
That's
mic.
what- Trey, if I had the strength, I'd have killed all of y'all one by one to make sure it wasn't y'all first. You know what I mean? And then
That's how
and
competitive
then
he is.
I'd be like, well,
That's
nope,
what we need to
nothing
do.
else.
We need to do all of our eulogies now, and so we can all have a show where we do all the eulogies.
I think we should have all of our
Wait, Trey,
funerals now.
whoa, hang on. It's up on the screen. You
Lemmy.
looked up, he said Lemmy with a question mark. Do you not know who that is?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, that's Sam's idol. That's Sam's spirit animal. That's
I have no idea.
yeah.
Just the greatest human being that's ever walked the face
It's
of the
It's like an
basically
exhausted Sam Elliott.
Lemmy is. Yeah, he's Sam's. He was Sam's tour guide into the world of whiskey and fucking your body up. This is the patient zero for. Yeah, you know how like Pryor got me into Cosby.
And he made it to his 70th birthday. I think he intentionally just like, I want to hit 70 because he died like 4 days afterwards. He was born on Christmas Eve.
Wait a minute, Pryor got you into Cosby?
I mean, comedy. Did I
Oh,
say
comedy. I thought
He
you
said
said
you did
Cosby.
say Cosby,
Oh, I might
but
have.
you meant comedy.
I was
Yeah,
going
you
to say
know.
now Cosby has Pryors.
Yeah, no.
There he goes. There he goes.
Look at that.
There he
yes, I
goes.
did say Cosby.
Snipe.
It makes the line work. Pass him some Suntory. He gets an award.
Go ahead.
It's like we give Rob a gold star.
Because like I loved Pryor growing up. I loved Eddie Murphy growing up. Carlin was what got me in.
It was Pryor and Cosby. Those are the three.
Carlin was what made me think like I want to fucking do this. Because when I watched Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and Bill Cosby, I was like, I can never do that. Well, yeah. But then Carlin had this way of just like talking about, because like Richard Pryor, he lived this fucking psycho life. So did Eddie and whatnot. And Bill Cosby talked about his kids. And I was a kid. I didn't have none of that shit. But I didn't know what their life was. Carlin had this way of talking about just like the shit that was in your bathroom medicine cabinet and doing it. And whatever. He had this way of just making he could make your fucking shoelaces funny. And I was like, well, I got shoelaces. So I could probably do that.
What are you about to say?
I'm not doing a bad impression, but just thinking about if things had been flipped and Cosby would have been more like Pryor, and he just came out and been like, I love drugging these bitches. Like, he'd have just been talking about it. When I leave from here tonight.
You take the pills and you put it in the coffee, and when you put it in the coffee, you put it in the and
He
then
did.
she bends over.
He did.
He talked about Spanish fly
fly,
jokes,
Spanish fly
but that's
joke.
not the same as I like drugging these bitches.
But
Do you
hang
hear?
on, hang on.
just if it had-
Spanish Fly was his buddy said take this and
Yeah.
put it in a drink.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not him. He had the disassociation.
But
Sure.
I'm still with you on the what if Cosby was just doing. If Cosby, I just take Cosby doing Pryor's whole material.
The greatest two specials,
Have you
Bill
ever
Cosby
had your
himself
dick sucked? Or you-
and Richard Pryor live at concert. That's like the best on both
You said
ends of the
himself?
spectrum. A guy clean.
Well, you said
and a
those are the
guy-
greatest too?
That's the
you said
just
himself in Live on Sunset.
live at concert.
Live
Live
at
at concert. Red shirt in
That's Live on Sunset.
in
That's
Long
Live on-
Beach.
that's-
No. Live on Sunset, red suit, black
Yes.
shirt,
Whoa.
red shirt,
Yeah.
black pants. Is live in concert.
You're right. Live at concert is the one where
Yeah.
the sweat stains happen.
Yeah, in
and
Long
that's-
Beach.
And it's got the heart attack bitch, which
Yeah.
is my favorite comedy bit ever written, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
So
Nick,
just saying.
nigga, did you go talk to God behind my back? No, I didn't talk. You lying motherfucker.
Yeah, no. So, but just seeing those flipped, if he'd actually did himself, and been like, after this, y'all have no idea. There'll be 30 drugged bitches in my room.
My heart said to me, well, maybe you weren't thinking about that when you ate all that pork. Nigger, did you go to God behind my back? No, I didn't. I swear, you lying motherfucker. No.
That's why we can't say the N-word.
And then on the other side, has anybody seen my goddamn kids?
Yeah. 100%. Y'all, wow, yeah.
My brother's name was Ennis, and my dad used to call me Jesus Christ. He used to call my brother goddamn. No.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Then I shot a gun at my kid Ennis.
Same guy, though. If you really think about it, it is the same. 'Cause
Yeah,
Pryor,
and honestly,
Pryor's influence is Cosby, and at first he's doing Cosby. Then he just does Dirty Cosby. Look, basically, essentially,
Well, Red Fox
you know what I mean?
he was doing Red Fox.
Who?
Fucking.
Pryor? No.
He wrote for
no,
Red Fox.
No. Pryor was doing Cosby at the beginning because remember he had that Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
He had
Very
that
clean.
Vegas meltdown because he was being the clean thing.
He could
He
see
was
it,
trying to emulate Cosby.
I love how
and
they
then he
were
had
all-
that meltdown in Vegas where he was just like, "Yeah, fuck
Fuck
this.
this. I'm not this.
And
But
yeah.
you had that era of Richard Pryor. You had the old hippy dippy weatherman
George Carlin.
George Carlin.
You know what
And
I
then
mean?
did you know where Carlos Turning Point was?
Was
He was in Cleveland, Ohio.
Was that the Lenny
he went
Bruce?
to go see Lenny Bruce. Lenny Bruce got
They
arrested,
got arrested
for
together.
indecency,
Yep.
and Carlin rushed the cops and was like, "This is fucking bullshit. I paid my money," and they locked him in a cell with Lenny Bruce. And when he woke up the next day and got out of that jail, he was like, "No more hippy dippy weatherman. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want."
That's dude. I mean, that's the history of the sport. Yeah. That's there's our craft talk.
Craft.
now
Now we're
we,
done.
Covered a lot.
I have
And
another
when you
story
go
for
back
you.
and when you go back and listen to some of Lenny Bruce, his language was problematic. Yeah. To say the least.
He loved the N-bomb big
Yeah.
time. But you know, it was a different time.
Did he use it in favor?
Well, I mean,
He used it literally in place of the word black people. He was like, "Oh,
That's just what he-
are
yeah.
there any
Well, he would
N-words
call
in
it. He
here?"
would
And-
say colored people all the time. That was
Yeah.
his thing.
"Oh, he
So
said,
weren't
he
you
said
getting
the
his
N-bomb.
weren't you getting him on your arm though?
I was. Well,
Lemmy,
no.
Lenny, oh my! You just I mean, damn.
No, the original tattoo.
Yeah.
Lemmy and Lenny, you just got this shit.
Lenny and a leggy redhead.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the whole. That's the.
Hang on, the original tattoo was all comics, and if it was still all comics, I still would. Because he went to court 9 times for indecency and fought all the way to the Supreme Court, and we wouldn't be able to do this fucking podcast without him. So whether you think he was funny or not,
Yeah.
I still value his fucking contribution
100%.
to the art.
They should replace the Mark Twain Award
But-
with his name. It should
No.
be the Lenny Bruce Award.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, because what?
Mark Twain's
dude,
hysterical.
it's Mark Twain. It's just a
Big Mark Twain fan.
yo, man.
But
This was
groundbreaking.
written word.
pioneering.
And
Have you? How much Mark Twain have you read?
A lot. I had to read that shit in school. Fucking,
no,
it's not.
the shit that make
fun
you read
shit.
in school. The shit that make you read in school is not the funny Mark Twain. Like Mark
Well,
Twain's dope.
You read defense painting shit.
Here's my thing. If you're just like undeniably good, whatever, all the shit is good. No matter what you read, if it's great, it'll lure you into other shit. Sometimes you see somebody's shit and it's not their best shit, but it's the thing that gets you in. Then you end up finding the best shit. And you go like, wow, this is fucking dope. So I'm just saying, like the Mark Twain school hits, it didn't make me go find
All right, that's
Okay,
fair.
let me tell you-
his
but-
dark
but-
side of the moon.
But that's his writing. That's his
I'll tell you
writing.
what, I've got a story about the dark side of the moon. that compared-
Google Mark Twain quotes and sit there for
I'm
an
not saying
hour.
he ain't for. I'm not saying
He's
it's not,
one of the
but
funniest human beings that's ever lived.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now,
Yeah. At least
So-
in recorded history.
when it was still going to be comics, the sleeve was still going to include him because of that. Now that
I ain't saying nothing at this point.
I've boiled it down to just my favorite men. Period. And now it's Pryor still stays. Carlin even had to go from the tattoo now.
Whoa.
Only one comic. So Pryor still stays. It's now Pryor, Lemmy,
I thought you would
James-
say Jerry Wayne. I was like, you guys buddied up in the
James
off
Brown.
James Brown,
Okay.
and Hunter S. Thompson. And so that's the sleeve.
Covers all the arts.
This is great.
And
then if you keep living.
if I have room, I will add. Well, no, because that's
Why
four
don't you have
faces.
Brahms?
Just
Like
saying.
Vivaldi.
I feel like once you keep living, it'll be all religious figures.
'Cause they didn't-
I got Jesus here, Buddha.
Because they didn't do drugs. I honestly,
You don't know that.
Hang on, I would have added Hendrix, but these guys all live full lives. You don't get to check out at 27 and get on because you didn't have a chance to suck.
You pulled a Tupac.
That's totally fair.
You pulled a
that's
Tupac.
Why, that's why Pac won't make the arm.
Yeah.
But if
You
I
know what?
could-
That sounds like a
if I
great
could-
book. Why Pac didn't make the art.
Why
That just sounds like
kinda
a
funny.
great
Like
book.
it win a
The
Caldecott
rhythm of
award.
that. Yeah.
I'm going black, white. If I have room for 2 more faces, the other 2 would be Little Richard and Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, interesting.
Trey,
I put some motherfucking
what,
What?
what are you mouthing?
I would just, you know,
But
I didn't know. I was, you know, I got confused.
By-
He was all the people you were naming. He's like all influences and shit, and just never heard any, like I don't know anybody that would get Little Richard tattooed on him. It'd be
Little Richard.
Only the possibly one of the most influential people.
no,
in music
100%.
history
Magic
ever.
School Bus song. I love it. I just.
But here's
I-
what he's doing. Here's what he's doing. He's by the time he gets down there, he's gonna get Little Richard's head on his hand, and then he's just gonna do the feet. Like it's gonna look like a big bobblehead, Little Richard. He's gonna make it.
No, I'll
dance.
just play piano with it.
That's
and just scream, whoa!
The Mount Rushmore comedy
This
for
one,
me.
you would get 7 Elvises
Oh,
tattooed
hang
on
on.
you.
Yeah, hang on a second.
Let's
So,
do this.
because mine's Pryor, Carlin, Cosby. 1, 2, 3.
I think it's certainly Pryor, Carlin, Hicks, and Kinnison. That's for me. That's the Mount Rushmore.
I disagree.
I'm not on Hicks.
I'm not on Hicks either.
Not on Hicks?
He's not funny.
What?
Hang on.
What?
I can't say he's not funny.
No,
I'm not
he's
gonna say
that.
not
I will say
laughing.
that.
I will say no. Hang on. He is my favorite. Bill Hicks ends up being his more philosophical
Yeah.
monologue.
It's not what he said into a
stuff.
microphone.
But even some of the stuff.
No.
Even some of the stuff he said in the
Hicks'
microphone.
funniest stuff isn't the political stuff. It's the personal. It's the family
the stuff that's
history.
not
Yes,
recorded.
I
that you-
agree.
Right.
No, it's on record. He's got plenty of albums about it.
It's
Yeah, I think he's one of the finest comedy tacticians of all time.
I don't disagree
The
with
way
that
he
to a
created
certain
created
extent.
a universe, created a jokes.
But he's not in my top 5.
You got no. We're doing 4 because it's Rushmore. You got my 4th. It's Pryor, Carlin. Actually, you two together have it. It's Pryor, Carlin, Cosby, and I think Sam Kinison was one of the funniest fucking human beings to ever walk this planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Sam
at an
was-
open mic recently, and they had all these fucking kids, and I was telling something about Kinnison. None of them knew who Kinnison was.
Fuck him.
Yeah, because he's been dead 25 years. I mean, fuck.
Dude, his first televised
20, 30
appearance
years.
ever. He had the balls to go forehead to forehead with an audience member and just yell at the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it was a callback in a 3-minute set. Dude, he was a fucking monster. He was a fucking monster.
Who's yours?
If we just
You're
going
gonna
through
say
our
Athlete Jeselnik or
No,
something.
he's gonna go like Chappelle and Rock because you're younger.
Well, no, I have two different versions of that because of like I watch all of it, like all of the comedy, and then the shit that more would like say inspire me. So if I'm just going through all of it, I'm going Pryor, Carlin, Cosby, Woody Allen. Because it
That's my
and
Respect.
that's my
Respect.
Mount Rushmore.
That's my 4th.
Respect.
That's actually my 4th.
And that's
Woody
your
Allen?
Really?
Woody Allen is
Woody
a
Allen.
fucking beast.
that
and
not a
moose
beast.
bit
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
that moose bit. I am so
as
sick.
a storyteller, Sam.
I am so sick
as
of
a
that
storyteller.
moose fucking here. Woody Allen
All
is
right.
not funny.
okay, check
I
this
have
out.
gone back.
You're wrong.
You're absolutely fucking wrong.
So you're out of this conversation.
If we're just all right.
He's funny.
I'm
He's
not
funny.
funny.
He's just not up there for me. He's not up
the
there for me.
reason
He's
I'm
funny.
saying this, if we got to go through, you get the guys that spawn other guys, right? To me, the guys that are most prolific. You got Pryor, who's a guy who spawns people who are more.
He's the most honest human being who's
yeah,
ever walked
honestly,
the planet.
very vulnerable on
Yes,
stage,
yes.
right?
Carlin is the
You
most
got
observational that's ever been.
out of
and
out of
Cosby,
yeah.
the greatest
Cosby, the greatest storyteller.
The greatest
But-
storyteller
but
ever existed.
Woody Allen
yeah.
with the joke telling, but also cinematically with.
No.
He invented basically invented the rom-com with Annie Hall. It's the only comedy to win
But in terms
fucking
of-
Best
but in
Picture.
terms of
So sweet.
stand-up,
And in terms of stand-up, he was, I mean, I have to put him up there.
Playwriting,
No,
though.
at
He
that
wrote-
time,
I'm just saying somebody that's written driven.
And that
Meaning-
was
at
Rick
that
Driven
time,
and- hang on.
there were funnier guys in the rooms he
Name
worked
'em.
in.
there were like
He was
8 people
No,
total.
No, at that time there were funnier comics.
Name them. Motherfuckers playing the
fucking-
Blue Note
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Blue Note.
Hang on
what's
one
the
second.
other-
Hang on one
what's the-
second.
like,
Because like
the
I said,
Village.
like with my arm, I tried to choose from all different walks. You guys just hit me onto something. So I would like to change my 4th for my Mount Rushmore. Pryor, most honest. Bill Cosby, greatest storyteller ever. George Carlin, most observational. And then best physicality, I would like to change mine to Steve Martin.
Okay, yeah.
I don't. I'm not,
Mort Saul.
I'm not.
Mort Saul was
but I'm not
funnier.
a Steve. I'm not a Steve. I would
Steve
thought you were
Martin's-
gonna.
Steve
I thought
Martin's
you were gonna
got
go
up.
with Robert Klein because he's another dude that spawned
Robert
all.
Klein's funnier
He
than Woody
spawned all of those Seinfeld.
But
He
Steve,
spawned all those motherfuckers.
Steve Martin's contributions to comedy completely
Okay.
cannot
They,
be
Fair.
ignored.
they cannot be understated.
Cannot be ignored.
Cannot be understated. He did more for comedy in the 70s.
And it's so many people when they go physicality, they would go Robin Williams. I'm like, Robin Williams
Fuck that.
wished he was fucking Steve
Yeah.
Martin.
Robin Williams though was just a regurgitation machine.
True.
He was
Yeah.
he was capable of
And
holding
like,
an
that's
enormous
what I'm
amount
saying.
of
He wished
comedic
he was Steve
information.
Martin. Steve Martin.
What do we know?
Steve Martin would be my number 4 if we're going to go different from approaching
Steve
comedy.
Allen's funnier than Woody Allen.
If we're going to go from approaching it from different aspects, Steve Martin would be my number 4.
Yeah,
Steve Martin, he
okay,
holds a
I'm-
very, very special place in my heart.
That
Sid
is,
Caesar. funnier
Wasn't
than
very. I wasn't very moved by it. You know what I mean? Like I respect, but I wasn't just Steve Martin. I got it.
You weren't moved by
moves
Steve Martin?
me. Like just meaning
Have you
like.
ever watched The Jerk?
Oh, I know. If we're talking his movies,
Again, we
I
talking
thought we were talking
stand-up.
stand up.
That's the
what
whole
I was
deal.
saying. And
But even in stand-up, I said physicality. Period.
Yeah, I got you.
And I'm talking about just doing physical comedy, being a fucking court jester, which is what the original comedian was.
greatest. Okay, well
The greatest court jester ever is
Oh.
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin
Well,
is the best writer.
you put
of
okay
that time.
physical
It's just-
comedy. You gonna put Steve Martin over Mr. Bean? Get the fuck
Oh,
out
yes.
of here!
Fuck yes.
I don't do
Mr.
bricks.
Bean
Hang
is
on,
a
though.
fucking bean,
Fuck
bro.
you and
No
Mr.
words
Hang
at
on.
all.
I don't
Fuck
do
you
bricks.
and Mr.
Hang on.
Bean.
I know that, but
Well, you got Dusty Slade. Shut up.
will you hear me on Gene
I
Wilder?
like fucking with him.
Gene
Oh,
Wilder
yeah, that's
is
a
not-
tough
that's
one.
not
sorry.
stand-up.
I'm sorry.
it's not
man.
stand-up. I thought we
No,
were talking stand-up.
physicality and come on, you just brought
But no,
up
no,
Bean.
no,
hang on.
physicality
But no,
in the stand-up
Steve,
art.
Steve Martin did physicality on stage,
Okay.
the arrow to the head and all
Yeah.
that. Like
The banjo
I'm still
shit.
gonna go Steve.
Yeah,
I'm
y'all
still
win.
gonna go
Y'all
Steve.
win.
I don't know. I just this is the only thing I know about.
What's up to everybody in the chat yelling out names like Hedberg? That's in
Oh, Chaplin.
Chaplin.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Never
that's
mind.
strong.
That's a strong one.
That's
Chaplin.
it. That's it.
So-
Steve Martin
so-
just got bumped. You can't beat physicality.
But you want Chaplin or Buster Keaton?
I want
I know.
Chaplin.
You
Yeah,
wanna go
that's
with Chaplin?
this is
I want Chaplin.
no. This is like
I want Chaplin.
You want Chaplin?
Yes.
no.
Absolutely.
You can't put Martin and Chaplin anywhere.
Why don't you get one arm of physical
because-
dudes and one arm of talkie dudes?
Oh,
Because-
oh,
no.
that's right. This is about his tattoo.
Oh, hang on. Slave.
And in the back of your head could be people who use puns.
No, I
You know
don't-
what I mean, there's all kind of. You got room.
kinda
Your
No,
left
no,
ass
right
cheek
on the
could be
hand. You
paradise.
get
Yeah.
a little Mexican.
This
Yeah,
is my
that's-
irony sleeve right here. This is everybody. This
My
time.
other rule is I'm only allowed to tattoo one side of my
Hyperbolic
body.
asshole.
Okay. One time.
All right,
I'm
well,
only
then,
allowed to tattoo one side of my
well,
body.
good. Then get those bitches down your leg.
No, the leg is the
Funny.
leg
He's
is
got
going to be
Whoopi
my
Goldberg on his big toe and shit.
My
It's
leg.
already black. The nail is already black.
I'll never
My
say
leg is
this
going to
so
be my
again.
horror movie characters. That's going to be Michael Myers and Freddy and Jason and all that. Yeah.
Okay,
I got
motherfucker
plans.
has a plan. What is up to to all of you?
Best musical act on the elbow.
Yeah, yeah.
We're about to get out of here.
Man,
Somebody's
now I gotta
asking
put
if
Chaplin in there. Fuck.
somebody's asking if we
That's
have
not the same. That's a whole
That's
different.
kind of not the same to me.
if we have any whiskeys with a Y. Are you asking if we have any Canadians or Irishes or Scotches? Probably is the question. We do have some over there, but we're not really drinking them
No
right
whiskey with a Y.
Well, the Japanese do, but they said they saw the Hibiki and they were asking.
America is EY.
Uh,
Ireland is EY. Scotland and
Scotland,
Japan
Scotland,
apparently is
Canada,
Y.
and Japan are the Ys. Yes, whiskey with the Y. So we're going to finish our shots. We thank you guys for hanging out. We may chat with you a little bit more on Twitch, but we're going to kill this episode 918 in the can. June 6th, the Whiskey Brothers Full Strength at the Houston Improv. Don't forget that. Put that on your calendars. On the 20th, you can go down to Galveston and catch Jerry Wayne Longmire at Three Doors Down. The 20th also, I believe, is it the 20th, Jerry? Am I doing the date right? Okay, and then
Yeah.
again on the 20th, you can also catch
Touch and
the
Interruption.
Touch and Interruption.
8
It's
p.m.
going to be 8 p.m. at Rudyard's. So easy to find everybody. We do all of this collectively, and then we do a special thing on Sundays called the Spoiler Room. We're joined by Chase DeRusso out of New York, and some cool news on those fronts. coming up
YouTube,
later.
like, click,
Yes.
subscribe,
Yeah,
do
like
shit.
everything on YouTube.
Go to our YouTube, do everything. Are we streaming the Touch and Interruption this time? I think we are. I will get back to you on that. Whiskey Brothers Podcast out.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.